It remains relatively quiet on the roadways in Fargo-Moorhead. We've seen off and on little bits of snow, maybe a little freezing drizzle today, but it's been quiet with cloud cover in place. 31 degrees in Fargo and the wind very light. That's the good thing here, out of the north-northeast at about 6 miles per hour. So where it is snowing, it's not blowing around really. It is limiting visibility though at times, and we're still seeing the snow falling in the Southern Valley. Basically I-94 and south of there is where the main snowfall is occurring. And as we take a closer look, you can see some bands reaching out here a little bit over toward the Fergus Falls area, Wahpeton, Breckenridge. You're likely already getting some snowflakes, but the heavier stuff is yet to come. Up toward Walcott, still getting some snow there. Southern parts of Clay County, maybe over toward Barnesville and Sabin getting a little snow, and that extends over toward Lidgerwood as well. And just to zoom in, I-94 has been basically like a fence holding it back. It seems like we've been seeing the snow basically south of there, back toward Oxbow, maybe the frontier area seeing a couple of flakes, but most of the snow has been to the south. Lisbon snow, same thing for Gwinner. Lemoore has been getting that, and over toward Oaks and Ellendale, some heavier bands where you see the darker blue there. This whole thing moving south and east, so we'll continue to watch that move its way out of here slowly this evening, but it continues to fall over some of the same areas. We may be getting some decent accumulation on some of those roadways. Northern Valley, nice and quiet. Grand Forks just cloudy there for a good portion of our viewing area. There's another round of snow that's going to slide south as well, and that'll basically hit some of the same areas as it continues to move into the valley later tonight. So that'll be the next one to watch. Our temperature's gone up a degree in Fargo at 31, 27 in Grand Forks, a bunch of 27s in our western viewing area, 30 in Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls at 28. And Bemidji 26 degrees right now. Visibility, Northern Valley, we're down to 2.5 miles in Langdon thanks to some fog, off and on fog there, creating some slippery spots because the temperature's below freezing, so it's depositing onto those colder surfaces. And in the Southern Valley, part of it is fog, but part of it's the snow that's falling. We've got less than 2 miles of visibility down in Gwinner, so be aware of that as you're traveling too, in addition to the slippery roads that are out there. So tonight, we're going to watch that snow continue to move out of here through the evening hours. Our model's been having a hard time with these weak systems that have been moving through, and I don't think it's handling the next round well either. We may see things dry up a little bit as it's moving in for later tonight. But I still think there's a good chance at seeing some light scattered snow showers over toward Devil's Lake and Jamestown, and then eventually overnight into southeastern North Dakota as well. As we move through the overnight hours, we'll see that continue, and waking up tomorrow to mostly cloudy skies, a couple of snowflakes still flying around, especially in our Southern Valley and east, even though you're not seeing that here. That's still a possibility. And as we move into the later part of the morning, temperatures really quite mild again this time of year. Our lows will be above our average highs, so we're still in this very mild pattern. And as we move into the noon hour, lunch break looks mostly cloudy. A couple of flurries off and on for us for the day, with some cooler air starting to pool in later tomorrow night. So we'll start to see those temperatures start decreasing maybe even sooner than that in the Northern Valley, some mid to upper 20s in the Southern Valley for highs. And by tomorrow evening, things start to clear out and quiet down, and temperatures dip back into the single numbers and teens. A look at that snowfall potential again. I-94, Highway 10 and south, maybe an inch of snow just south of Fargo-Moorhead, but the better bet is closer to the North Dakota-South Dakota line for that inch to 3 inches of snow in that region. That should wind down again tomorrow morning, at least the accumulating stuff. And then looking toward Thursday, we get to see some sunshine again, a little clouds and a little wind. But notice these temperatures, they're not going south at all. We're staying in the 20s and 30s for highs. And the next chance for some measurable snow will be Saturday into Sunday. Of course on the weekend, but I mean, this whole week we've had off and on light bits of snow and freezing rain, and we're not done with this pattern yet.
It's been a good year thus far.
So far, fingers crossed.
Thanks. Later in sports, Bison men's basketball gearing up for a big road trip. Up next, new information on an overnight fire at a South Fargo apartment building.